This episode, along with hundreds of others from Calaroga Shark Media, is available without commercials. Just look for the banner on your Apple Podcast app to subscribe and try it free for a month.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Royal commenter Angela Levin floated the notion that Harry was afraid Meghan was going to leave him. Levin told GB News, on the royal website they removed the information that in 2016 Harry sent this very, very angry letter to the press. It was to say that they were being racist towards Meghan and disturbing her. Now that was when they met. It was interesting, in 2016, I went to see him and I was told by one of his aides, be very, very careful because he's just written a letter and he's terrified that Meghan's going to leave him. That's what the issue was. He was terrified that Meghan was going to leave him. It was love at first sight from his point of view. Now that the letter is gone, he's very cross because he felt it should be against the press. However, it doesn't work like that because they've moved forward and they don't want to have this distancing themselves from Harry and Meghan. Princess Lilibet celebrated her third birthday. Her parents hosted a birthday party for her at their home in Montecito over the weekend. The guest list is believed to have been kept small, with no members of the royal family in attendance. While the royal family did not attend, Meghan and Harry's close friends and family were present, along with some of Lilibet's friends. Royal author Tom Quinn told The Mirror, rather than go for a low-key celebration, Harry and Meghan have spent the past weekend enjoying a pre-birthday bash for their daughter Lilibet's third birthday. Hugely expensive presents have been ruled out, but the couple's mansion in California was awash with celebrities, including Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom and their daughter Daisy, who is just a few months older than Lilibet. Tom adds, shockingly, no invitations to Lilibet's party were issued to members of the royal family. One of Harry's old army friends said Harry knew they wouldn't come anyway, and he was pretty sure that he would not have wanted them there. But he is really sad that Archie and Lilibet cannot have any kind of relationship with their cousins, while his feud with his family continues. Lilibet has only met the royal family once when Harry and Meghan brought their children to the UK for the late Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, which coincided with Lilibet's first birthday. Once again, there is talk of Harry and Meghan losing their titles. Royal expert Ingrid Seward shared insights into Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's title status, stating, I don't think anything will happen to the titles because if they lose their titles, Harry is still a prince of the blood and Meghan, instead of being a Duchess of Sussex, would be Princess Henry. That really would confuse the Americans. I think the best thing is to leave them, ignore them, and let them get on with it, which is really what the palace and the royal family are doing. Royal author Tom Quinn suggests Harry and Meghan would be hit hard by the loss of their royal titles, but they would relish the publicity it would bring. They have always felt as if they are victims in the family row, and the loss of the titles would just confirm this. There would be a rush to give interviews filled with renewed complaints about how the family has once again kicked them in the teeth. The big worry for the palace is that Meghan and Harry would continue to ignore the ruling from London and carry on as if nothing had changed. The royal family could hardly take them to court to stop them using something that suggested their former royal status. Royal insider Deep Crown tells us, pay no mind to the relentless rumour mill speculating about Prince Harry and Meghan losing their titles. Such outrageous claims are nothing more than deft manipulations by the firm's shadowy operatives, the men in grey suits. Whenever you encounter these stories, understand that they represent calculated plants in the media, sanctioned provocations intended to convey a stern message to the wayward Duke from his displeased royal relatives. Former royal butler Pat Burrell told the New York Post, I think Harry might be holding out hope for when William becomes king. Harry believed there would be a new chapter and a new leaf with a place for him, but he would be so estranged by then that he would be barely recognizable to the public. Non-working royals could teach Prince Harry and Meghan Markle a thing or two about supporting the monarchy, according to royal expert Richard Palmer. Palmer told Mail Plus, none of the cousins is likely ever to be a taxpayer-funded working royal, but they prove that they can step in every now and again to support the institution. If they hadn't walked away from the monarchy in 2020, Harry and Meghan would have been key figures in this troubled period, and others who are now front and centre might not even have a role. In fact, their attention could certainly teach the Sussexes, ensconced in their California mansion, a thing or two. The royal expert also highlighted Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, as exemplars of royals stepping up to support the monarchy. Palace Intrigue will be right back. We're just a few days away from the Duke of Westminster, Hugh Grosvenor, marrying Olivia Henson in what is being hailed as the Society Wedding of the Year. Hugh Grosvenor, affectionately known as Hughie, has deep connections with the royals. King Charles is his godfather, and Hughie himself is a godfather to Prince William's son, Prince George, and Prince Harry's son, Archie. While Prince William is expected to attend, Princess Kate is likely to miss the event due to her cancer diagnosis. Their 3 children are also expected to be absent as the wedding falls on a school day. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are unlikely to attend. According to the Sunday Times, Hugh initially wanted both princes at his wedding, but chose not to invite the Sussexes to prevent their feud from overshadowing the event. A source shared, Hugh is one of the very few close friends of William and Harry's who has maintained strong bonds and a line of communication with both. He wishes that they could put their heads together and patch things up, but realizes it's unlikely to happen before the wedding. He wanted to avoid anything overshadowing the day, especially for Olivia, and doesn't want any awkwardness. Charles, Camilla and William will attend the UK's national commemorative event in Portsmouth Day today to mark the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. The Princess Royal, Colonel-in-Chief of the Royal Regina Rifles, accompanied by Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence, will unveil a statue of a Second World War Canadian Royal Regina Rifleman and attend a reception in Normandy with members of the regiment to mark the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. At the Bayeux War Cemetery, the Princess Royal and Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence will join Normandy veterans and French representatives at a Royal British Legion service of commemoration. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. Leave us a review. Leave us 5 stars if you love the show. And remember, you can now get this show, along with hundreds of others, from Calaroga Shark Media commercial free, including bonus episodes and Deep Crown episodes on Sundays. And all you have to do is be a subscriber, and you can do that through the Apple app, or you can do it through any player. You have Spotify or any other app. Just go to the link in our show notes for more info. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.